Okay, so well done. You've made it to the end of these questions. And this is a bit of an explain, discuss question. And that's what you can expect in your exam, that you'll have some questions where you need to calculate and solve, and then some questions where you are required to explain to show your understanding of some concepts. So this question in your SciPad says that in reality, the force of drag, or the force of air resistance, will mean that the ball doesn't travel the distances that you've calculated in the previous questions. So instead of this kind of black trajectory, it might take this green one. It may not get so high and it may not get so far. So it's saying, well, tell us what the forces are acting, what forces are acting upon the ball during its flight and how that would affect the velocity and the acceleration of this ball. So if you think of the horizontal motion, ideally, when we're doing some calculations, we are ignoring friction or ignoring drag, and we're only considering the force of gravity, which is not going to affect the horizontal motion of the ball. But so ideally, like the horizontal motion does not change, the speed is constant, and it would reach the 33-meter mark. But we have got drag, we have got friction, and that is going to slow the ball down as it moves through the air. And that means that the speed that we used before to calculate its distance is going to be less in reality. And that means that the distance it travels is going to be less. If we're thinking vertically, as the ball moves from here up to its highest point, it's moving through the air. Yes, we're going to have gravity making it decelerate at 9.8 meters per second, but it's probably going to decelerate even faster than that because it's going to lose some of its kinetic energy as heat, as it has to deal with friction. So it won't be moving so fast, so therefore it won't get to such a high vertical position off the ground. So just being able to explain these concepts in a clear and concise way can help you get the kind of merit excellence points at the end of these questions. So thanks so much for joining me and going through this question. If you can get this question sorted and mastered, then you're probably ready to move on past horizontal projectile motion. But be prepared to see this in your exam in some form or another. Maybe linked with another concept, or maybe something similar to this. Like quite often we'll use sports as examples of horizontal projectile motion because you're always kind of launching balls around or throwing items. So thanks again for watching. Bye.